back same-sex public schools. It's been outdated in the U.S. for a long time. But now it's making a comeback, especially in urban school districts. Low test scores and high dropout rates have schools looking for solutions. So could separating boys and girls in the classroom be the answer? It's a discussion that's playing out online right now on debate.org. 37% of those polled say yes, single-sex schools are a good idea, but 63% say no, they're not. But an Austin, Texas school district points to science that shows boys and girls' brains are different. They say with gender-specific strategies, students will learn respect, responsibility, and honor. Yet the ACLU has filed lawsuits against many school districts across the nation who are offering the same-sex program. One ACLU attorney leading the fight says the program's theory is based on junk science that's been soundly debunked by experts. Here to discuss this very controversial topic is Katie J.M. Baker from BuzzFeed News. Hi, Katie. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So, Katie, you wrote a pretty extensive article looking at both sides of this issue, and a lot of kids are saying they're happy with it.
Yeah, you know, I think that there's been a lot of changes at these two schools that have nothing to do with gender. They have uniforms that give them pride in their schools. There's completely new teachers that underwent de-escalation training. They really respect the students more, and the students really respect each other, and that much is clear. What's sad is that it's conflated with these gendered strategies that, you know, make these students think that the only way they can have these fancy new schools and programs is if they are single sex.
So what's the science that the school district used to support their argument for single-sex education?
Well, to be clear, this is what the ACLU lawsuit alleges, and this is what a lot of experts that wrote the books that are the inspiration for these programs across the country say. I mean, all sorts of things from, you know, girls aren't as good at math because boys, you know, have spurts of testosterone. And, you know, boys need to hit things while girls need to take off their shoes and sit silently. And, you know, it's not that this is happening in every single class, but this is some of the thinking behind the concept, which has been debunked, that boys and girls' brains are hardwired to make them learn differently.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So like you said, the ACLU has been very outspoken about their opposition to these programs. But the Bush administration in 2006 said as long as parents opt in and children are taught the same, these schools can operate, right?
Yes, but actually the Department of Education just released new clarifying guidance on Monday where they reminded these schools that they can't rely on gender stereotypes. So, you know, they can't say, well, girls are, you know, boys are more likely to harass girls and girls are likely to be shyer. Even that kind of thing is really not okay. But
to play devil's advocate in this situation, and I was thinking about this when I was reading your article earlier, was that there's a lot of stress in these younger schooling systems, right? And the stress of how you look and you know, who you're dating and all those sorts of things. And by having single-sex schools, you're taking that stress out of the quotient, out of the problem.
Well, first of all, not all, you know, kids, not all boys like girls and girls like boys is one thing. But the second is, you know, this is just middle school. They're going to have to learn how to deal with the opposite sex for the rest of their life. And as one professor said to me, you know, if there's sexism, you don't remove the sex, you remove the ism, which I thought was a really great quote.
Yeah, it is a really great quote. Katie Baker, reporter for BuzzFeed News, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.